these 6 perspectives, what we have always encouraged in our coaching as well as in leadership development. How do you see the relevancy of this in the present context, Philippe? How has it changed, or is it how relevant it is?
Well, yes, I think first of all, this global coaching and leadership approach is really, I think, necessary in a world that is changing and that is complex. And because to be able to tackle that complexity, one perspective is typically not enough. It's by combining different perspectives that we are better able, that leaders and coaches are better able to address the complexity. So in a sense, what I notice is for a lot of people, this COVID situation is implying a fundamental change for them. That has given some people the chance to step back, reflect, and envision a new future. But the work we have done, if I may say, we have not waited for the COVID crisis to have that reflection, to realize that it's all connected. We have been saying this for years. So the COVID crisis is just another example of the fact that it's all connected, that the world, we may be more fragile than we think. The world is more fragile than we think. Here's a small virus that can kill a lot of people. And this is, I guess, a wake-up call for those who still may be in denial about the fact that we are consuming more than the planet is able to sustain, and we need to be more mindful of the fact that we only have one planet, as far as I know, where we live, and we need to be careful about preserving our ecosystems, avoiding the level of pollution that we have currently. So that awareness was always there. That was part of the program we did already several years ago. So if nothing else, I think the current crisis shows that this sort of thinking, that it's all connected, should indeed be part of leadership. And in case you didn't realize it before, now is the time to realize this. So if we look at the different perspectives, let's be more concrete. First of all, global coaching is both about each perspective taken separately, but also about a sense that it's all connected, the sense of the interconnection of reality. But let's take each perspective. The physical perspective, the sense that we need to be, that if we are in good shape, that we can do things. There is no guarantee, but there are things we can do to have a healthier and happier life. So nutrition, as well as physical activity, is something essential if we want to stay in good shape and to maintain our level of stamina and to be able to sustain a lot of the challenges that we face. Leaders have a lot of work to do and oftentimes busy schedule, and to be able to cope with this, being in good physical shape, is really helpful. And so even in confinement, there are exercises we can do to, as much as possible, to stay in good shape. And so that's at the physical level. And if you remember in the seminar that we did together, that was an integral part of our training. It's not only that we said to people, you should do a little bit of exercise. We made that an integral part of the program that we did. And several of our participants took that on as a new habit. Some of them had done sports in their youth and had stopped doing that, but they used the seminar as an opportunity to take that up again. And if we go to the spiritual perspective, as you said, meaning, purpose, this is a good opportunity. I mean, we didn't choose that, of course, that's the crisis and the drama that have come together with the crisis, but this is an opportunity to reflect on what is the legacy indeed we want to leave behind, what is the purpose, what is truly important. When you are in lockdown, confined, this is an opportunity maybe to have that reflection. And some of the people said, I was so busy, I never took the time to have that sort of reflection. And now with this period, I need to ask myself, do I really need to consume all this stuff, to buy all this stuff to be happy? Maybe just the experience of being alive, having a good relationship with people, that can make me happier than buying all sorts of stuff, for example. And maybe also, as much as I like to travel, there are a lot of things we can do, like we are doing right now via Zoom and other platforms. So maybe some of the travels we can eliminate as well. So that reflection on, what is our purpose, and also what is our responsibility to promote a better world. So each of us maybe cannot change the entire world, but we can make a difference at our level. And part of what we do in coaching is ensure we are aware of our own responsibility, and we foster that sense of responsibility in people. The cultural perspective, so that's another perspective. We live in a world that is very divided. We see still, unfortunately, a lot of conflicts, misunderstanding. So promoting more unity in diversity, more mutual understanding of cultural differences, not just for the sake of being tolerant, although that would be a good thing, but beyond tolerant, for the sake of actually being willing to learn from those differences, to open ourselves to these differences, and to grow from the differences. If we do that, which is what the cultural perspective is about, we can help to promote more unity in diversity, and the world needs this today. We can take for granted the fact that we may be in a peaceful period, but the risk of war, first of all, there are still wars raging, and more wars could happen if we don't make an effort to promote unity in diversity.
True.
And the psychological perspective is still very important, how to promote constructive relationship amongst people, how to raise our emotional intelligence, how, again, to act more responsibly. All these qualities are essential as well, and that's a part of that's one of those perspectives too. The political perspective is still relevant, because just yesterday I was coaching a leader who is doing an excellent job, but this work is not necessarily appreciated by his colleagues. He realized that at this stage he needs to do something to ensure his good work is noticed, appreciated, and then that he becomes more able to have a bigger impact. And that is by engaging in what I've called constructive politics. So I could go on and on, but the idea is that all these perspectives are continue to be relevant. They were relevant before the COVID crisis, are still relevant, if nothing else, even more so today.
Absolutely.